Monday.
Happy Monday after what you would easily say is Brisbane's biggest show. I would say on par with Australia's second biggest. I'm not sure numbers wise. Someone can probably find numbers, but it'd be BV first and then us versus the Brick Built in Sydney as a second. But what a weekend! And people will start rolling in. We'll start talking about it shortly. But those that are watching this back, later on after the Monday night, think you can join us and get ready because we will talk a lot about BBX.
BBX, yeah. I don't know what the numbers were, but definitely the biggest BBX to date. I think, like volume of people.
I feel it was. G'day Claire, g'day Dave. I feel it was definitely the most busy I've ever seen a BBX.
Yeah, good.
Hey, Lena and Aaron, and it was huge. Like it was the numbers through from especially Saturday, holy moly! But the numbers for the whole weekend were, and people coming in now, sliding in the chat, which most of you guys were at BBX. What a bloody amazing show! What a cool show! There you go, Troy and Trek. Hey, Troy, congrats on the award, big dog.
Yes. Yeah, congrats good catching up with everyone over the weekend in real life.
They broke even halfway through Saturday. Yeah, you know what? Let's rip the Band-Aid off being Lego nerds for a minute. When you have an event like this, fair call, as a business, as soon as you break even, everything else from there is gravy. It's the cream, it's the cool, it's the you enjoy it. And when a show breaks even on a Saturday morning, Saturday lunch, mate, take that with both hands and that's a win. 100%. You don't need to go any harder than that. So Troppo as well. Troppo, I went to say hello to Troppo. I actually quick said hello, then I ran outside because I was doing the live stream on the glasses, and then disappeared. Didn't get to have a chat. I did send a link to Henry. He's still in Billund, so we'll see if he comes on or not. G'day, Andy. Yes, you can finally slide in on Twitch. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, but, and again, another show like, first off with Helena, 2 double shout outs to Helena. Thank you for, and we'll get to the photos in a sec. Thank you for being a part of our Wild West.
Yes.
Much appreciated. And of course, thank you for coming for Interstate. Same with Troppo, coming Interstate, big, and you had Diane and Lauren from Melbourne, and you had, actually, there's a lot of Sydney people.
Yeah.
Troppo, I'd say Troppo would have been one of the furthest. I'm not sure if anyone come from SA or WA, but what did Andrew say? It was his yearly pilgrimage. Goes on rage duties, goes to a Lego shop, comes to BBX, and then heads back up and all the Lego melts on the way to Darwin. So it was all good. Before we do get into BBX, though, how's bloody Captain Jack's boat? Lasted 24 hours, sold out.
Crazy, isn't it?
24 hours, sold out. That is insane.
$550.
That literally floors me to a point where it's like, why do we even whinge about money with cost of sets? Really? Like, I get it. It's a freaking cool looking ship, no doubt. Like perfectly as an amazing 10 out of 10 set. But why do we whinge about prices if you've got a $550 set selling out in 24 hours?
Yep.
There's no arguments. Got it with the GWP and the C controller and Jay's extra GWP code. Yeah. I did see that. So if you bought it with Jay's code, yeah, you got the compass, the controller, and what was I'm sure I even wrote it in my notes, actually. Or was it just those 2 that you got? Yeah. And those compasses are going from like $100 now already on eBay.
Crazy. You can still get it from lego.com.
Well, I'm looking at screenshots from lego.com from the weekend, sold out.
Oh, I've got one.
They must have refreshed today, maybe.
Yeah, I've got one in my bag right now. I should buy that.
The record play there. Yeah. So three days, and I guess look at it, and I know you shouldn't. And I watched a video. Someone released a video talking about people are buying sets now using the GWP in the back of their head as a resale value to justify buying the set. Now, I can't remember who did it. It was a decent video, and it's kind of like they're saying, you know, let's use this as an example. You're getting the Black Pearl, Jack's
Captain Jack ship.
Yep, Captain Jack ship for $550, right? You're getting 3 GWPs. So let's just go conservative. $50 for the compass. You'll sell that in a heartbeat on Marketplace. You're going to get $100 for that Sega controller for the next 12 months, no doubt. That's a $100 set every day of the week. And that record player, let's say it's another $50. So there's $200 off if you're reselling the 3 GWPs and it's not your thing. So for $350 for Captain Jack's ship, what a score. What a buy.
Yeah.
You know, if you think like you shouldn't, but if you think like that, well, that's a good win.
Although the compass goes with it now, but record player and the Sega controller aren't there anymore. Sega controller ends tomorrow. No,
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like, was it just because like, you know, that's why they could have sold out of that first run so quick? Because maybe, you know, 50% of people could think like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Lena, Primal, 3 minutes of ads can buzz off. Thank you, legend. A friend of mine bought 3 times of the AT-AT with Luke's lightsaber GWPs, sold the GWP straight away, and effectively only paid for half of an AT-AT. Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, we shouldn't think like that, but if it works, it works. You can't argue with facts.
That's right.
Straight facts. So, g'day, Jace. See Jace. Jace, I was going to come back and see you and say hello to you, man, but you walked away. But it was, you know what, and we'll get into the photos shortly, and we'll go through a few different people's, the tables and the sets and stuff. The social aspect of BBX, social aspect of all the big Lego shows like that, you can't beat it. No, it's the catch-up. It's, you know, it's the best nerd catch-up, you know, 3 times a year, 4 times a year. So BV obviously is the big one where we didn't go this year in Melbourne. Melbourne's become Melbourne. Sydney's clearly one you got to go on. BBX is one. Canberra, that's always been a good quirky one in that smaller size one, but still a good turnout. I think Simon's Wollongong ones are going to start to become an it show. Primal, except all of you disappearing while I was losing the speed build to a small child. Well, you know, it is what it is. Oh, Dan got the Sega, yeah. Now, you know, we'll talk again. We get to the sets about BBX. I'll give my 2 cents. Overall, like every year, you walk out with a smile. The 2 days, the interaction. You know, it doesn't matter what you built. You know, you can tell it's a good show. This year, definitely the crowd was like more full on, more interactive. It was insane. The setup, little, you know, bit of a twist and a change to the setup. It was really good. The entrance gift with the little box and the figures and the heart. I loved that idea. Build your own little torso on that thing. So shout out to Johnny as well for setting up that miniature build, and we'll get to it in a sec. I'm sure I got a photo of it. Yeah, and then, you know, the retailers there.
A lot of retail.
But a very good clean mix, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't nothing there. Okay, here, let's go from the opposite end, right? What was there in retail you wish was there that wasn't?
Nothing. Everything was there. You had lighting, you had printing, you had sets, you had customs, you had everything.
Yeah. The only one thing, and well, it kind of
bags.
It's more of a me thing. Bags.
Yeah.
But they had picnic rugs, which we both bought.
We did.
We both bought a Lego picnic rug. Who knew they existed? I knew they got blankets and towels. Didn't know they had picnic rugs. You know, so that was insane. So as far as retail goals go, like, nailed it. Snowlane, wish there was more Modulex. Ray had a lot of Modulex. The shirt, Claude's shirts were, mate, what a great idea to print and set. There you go. There's the picnic rug.
Yeah.
Ash has already opened it and got it ready.
That's cool. Mine will literally be for shows. so I can set Brookie up on the floor with some Duplo, keep her happy. At we've got
and why not?
the
It's a
Canberra
good
show
idea.
in 6 weeks. I'll take it for that.
No, Slurpee says hi. Helena's little girl's new nickname is called Slurpee. I was trying to give her a nickname like Lottie, Lotto, Snow Lottie, and then she threw the Slurpee. I don't think I told you. She threw the Slurpee at the 7-Eleven attendant.
Oh,
And I'm like, hey, come on, sweetheart. We're not in Penrith anymore. You know.
ha.
No, we went to pay for it and it kind of fell. And as it fell, she tried to catch it, but just made it whoosh.
Yes. Oh no.
So it was cool. All right, let's get into some photos. Let
Yeah.
me share a screen. Let's get into some photos. Let's do it. Do it. Okay. Now let's hope. Let's hope this shares cleanly. Hey, there we go. All right, rock and roll, baby. Now, there was no F1 on the weekend, so we couldn't talk F1, but we can definitely start with Dan's F1.
Yes.
So for those that got to see it, Dan had his F1 stuff on display in displays. And then obviously the little F1 build start finish line with the CMS, which was sick. And then Dan, we've got to talk too because Dan's going to get those boxes lit up, and then the F1 pit.
Yeah, nice.
Why not start with Dan? These photos, so Adam, he's out working tonight. So thank you to Adam for sending me the photos. I think he said there's 360 we've got to get through.
Wow.
So I'm sure we'll smash through a lot of them. Now, the size of this bloody crane, the photos, this is the second or third time I've seen this crane. Photos can't do this thing justice. The technical cabling and size of this thing is scary.
It's massive.
It's beyond massive. Like, yeah, he needs to buy some mannequins or something just to scale it. And I'm sure somebody will know Helena, big crane, but I've seen, but yeah. I mean, I've seen bigger and blacker. True call.
Oh.
But when people go them cranes, when they go that hard, it's hard not to be impressed by the technical builds. Oh man, we're already here. So, I haven't got any video footage tonight, which really sucks, and I do apologize. But I will get some videos out now. This and hands down, and this for me, build of the show.
That was amazing.
Build of the show. I actually got to have a chat, and I can't even remember the dude's name now, so I feel so bad. Ben, there you go. Thank you. He in the video I released, I gave him a mic, and he described and went through this build and how he done and what it does. And for those that haven't seen it yet, so those that have watched this might not have seen it yet. This is a Raspberry Pi, so it's a computer-driven theater, and there's the outside of the theater there. So you can go up to this little panel here with the 5 colors, and you can press each of the colors. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to see it at Brick Build, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So each of these colors set off a set of lights, music, and this whole stage, curtain lifts, something else drops, people sing. It's freaking insane. So was it Ben, and his daughter? Amazing freaking build. Absolutely amazing. So Ben, for me personally, there you go. Helena, that is perfect. There is Ben's Instagram. What's_he building. You know what? Even I'm going to write that one down because I don't follow him on Instagram. And I'm telling you guys, photos will never do this thing justice. Being in person is the only way to experience it. But if you can, follow my YouTube channel, and I'll eventually if I ever put my finger out, I'll eventually put a video out with the video, the sound, and his voiceover about the building. So,
yeah.
All right. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I'm assuming this is built for someone to play. Like I said, I can see play, touch. So someone may have built this. He's done some time lapse. Thanks, Claire. They first displayed it at Newcastle. Yes, he did say that. He did say that he premiered at Newcastle. Can I make this screen bigger? What's this button do? No. Oh, there we go. We'll go there. All right. A very clean chess set, and obviously you sit down and play chess and checkers on those first opened tables, which is a cool little interactive nod.
It is cool.
And then more playing. Minecraft. Big display for Minecraft.
Yeah, well done.
And then a hazy Scooby-Doo setup. And someone was telling me that this Scooby-Doo, the van, I think it was Scooby-Doo, is the highest valued times set ever made. So like Grizz, were you drunk, mate? Nay. He used Apple. It's his problem. Yeah, so say if it's worth, it's the highest percentage in retail price to what they're worth now, gone up. So
crazy.
Obviously some insane Mario characters, and that Mario Kart was lit up. I think it was that one.
These were day.
Can't quite see it in this photo, but God, it looks good. So more Mario. What's that? Is that a store display at the back? It's not 3D printed. It's too shiny.
The big fig.
Yeah.
I think that's the retail one that used to be on the minifig station before we had Lego stores. No, in the old yellow stores.
Yeah. Hey, Lego man. How are you, champion?
The retail fig.
All right. And there was definitely a cool mix of tables of flowers too. So good to see people leaning in on that one. And obviously Jody, we get to Jody's as well. There's Ben there. And there's another side view of the Muppet Theatre. And for those that sit around and watch it too, Waldorf and whatever the old goat's name is, they actually were funny too. Like they used the best bits out of the show.
Oh, I never saw anyone.
And this was his Bluey display. And Bandit and Chili, I think that's their names. They dance. That snake pattern you can see on the driveway. They spin and they dance up and down the driveway, which is really cool.
That is cool.
So typical Queenslander house, Queensland Bluey /house. And then and to their credit, what most people didn't really see, this was the back. So it gives you the whole, change rooms, backstage into the New York streets. So it felt like New York streets, but the New York street is actually the Muppets. So, he kept it on the theme.
Sesame Street.
Whatever. I never watched any of that, but yeah.
Kind of the Muppets, but not.
Yeah, well, still, hand up their butts. That's the backlot of the Muppet Theatre. Yeah. And then this is the future X-Files set by the one and only Greg.
Yes.
A lot bigger than I thought it was. I didn't realize how big, is out there. So big shout out to Brent, obviously. And that the X is done really well. And this Greebling art, I love it. Yeah. I really do. And he said to me, he goes, I'll pull it apart when I get home. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, shout out to Brent.
Simon.
That's what all the girls say. It looks bigger in the picture. Well, yeah. I mean, it looks smaller in the picture. It looks bigger in real life. And I'm sticking to that. Mr. Simon's DeLorean and Back to the Future display, which was very bloody cool and highly, highly detailed. Especially the whole sheet over the DeLorean. That is the best scene. Like, I love his other scene in the big shed and everything else. This one's just proper iconic. I love it. Done well. Done fantastically. And then the mix of obviously brickheads, smaller cars, and then the really cool, let me get this correct, Futaba, don't know the numbers, but the Futaba aeroplane control, which if you're a BTTF fan, you will know that controller, obviously, from the opening scene. Metal Gear Solid. Not many people would have picked this one up, but Metal Gear Solid just got re-released as a remake, refresh, rehash, re-graphic game. Yeah, right. And these were key little characters if you follow Metal Gear, especially when you can crawl and hide under a box. That was kind of cool. I liked that. Some more games. I guess most nerds will recognize the Fortnite bus more than anything. And I guess Assassin's Creed, you know, anything with a hoodie can pass as Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read what that says. Lake Feng from Simon. Primal, I guarantee as we go through these photos, we've all missed some. It happens every show. Happens every bloody show, but this is cool. The whole Viking and Serpent setup, and this is not so much a downside, but a blind side when you go to these shows. You know, you spend hundreds of hours on something. This is a decent size. To then, you know, not that it becomes a blur, but it's hard to stand out. And that's it's no diss at anybody. It's just that, you know, you guys build so freaking amazing now. It's hard to stop and take in single stuff. Like, I don't remember seeing this until I looked through these photos, and this is sick.
I saw this.
Yeah, I did. I don't remember it.
No, it was really good.
I like the fact that the head and the body still hasn't been dug around.
Yep.
But
you can't tell in the photo, but the minifigs are actually the dudes out of the, I don't know their name, the guy and the girl out of the first Jurassic Park.
Oh, yep. Yeah, see, again, very easily missed.
Whatever.
It was very cool. A mini Wild West.
I liked this one. I thought
very clean. Very dedicated building. Yeah. Well. The very, very nice, clean, dedicated buildings for sure. We'll talk about more about Wild West and what we're doing when we get to our display.
I was jealous that they had Woody's horse because Bullseye, because I've got all the Toy Story figures, but I don't have Bullseye. So I was jealous they had Bullseye right in the front left corner there. Cool build.
It's for the size of it, for what they've done, brilliant build. We probably should have gone over there and asked them to. You know, I would have happily taken out 6 base plates out of our display to add theirs in ours. Some Christmas fans, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, the big finger painting, which is very cool.
Yeah, and
the nice big setup, and then some real life size elves. Check out, and I know there's going to be a few. We'll see. The show list bricks now are getting out of control. You know, yours, Damos, there's a few others. Like, it's getting out of control, mate. We'll get there. We'll talk about it. There was a few big ones. Nick's was massive as well. Nick's was huge. All right, keeping it snowy, going into a nice little white town.
Yeah, Winter Village.
Yep.
Always popular.
And again, you know, it's like if you don't stop and spend 10, 15 minutes on this stuff, you miss so much detail, so much stories.
Yeah.
What did Helena say? Disappointed I couldn't find a Homer Simpson minifig to drive Magnus's monorail.
There's plenty of Homers on my display.
All right, and then we'll flick through some of the set stuff, some of the nods to a few different movies. You know what was funny? Xylo went straight to that Spider-Man for like a solid, 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
You know, again, you don't always need to go over the top. Now, Courtney, I've got to give Courtney a shout out, and she also has the YouTube channel For Brick's Sake. These two builds are insane. Now, I didn't realize it was hers, and I watched her videos on YouTube when she was building this Gaston's Tavern. I loved it, purely for the fact that the details of this tutoring in the wood and the angles. Wait till I release my video and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's some really cool techniques. Here's a fun fact too. Courtney has an off-screen. She's a pivotal off-screen member of Team Lego Masters.
Oh, there you go.
So for those playing at home, yeah. But I mean, everything here's done so well. The big, the iconic chair, the barrels, himself as an artwork with the moose and the bear heads, mate, well done. And, if everyone's a Beauty and the Beast fan, but I said to her, she's got Belle's house, she's got Gaston's Tavern. You need to go 2-story, table width Beast's Castle now.
Castle.
There's no way around it. You got to go Castle. Good mix of Pokemon. Obviously, one of Dave's Charmanders on the left, and then a mix of other cool Pokemon builds and Pokedex on this one. And then can't go wrong with pixel art. Everyone loves some pixel.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking about this when I saw this photo before. You needed the Simpsons pixel art as a half missed opportunity, brother.
I've done Homer's head, right?
Yeah.
I was going to put Homer's head behind the blue sky and then make his fingers as well so that he was peering over the sky into Springfield. And
no, this is what I'm saying. Missed opportunity, man.
I just ran out of time. Maybe I can do it in time for Canberra.
Maybe. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like some sort of game level. Or another type of an old realms display. It looks like it's gone to some sort of cave. Lego man, bit like you and Bilsy. Beauty is Bilsy and I'm the Beast. Mate, that is one badge I will happily wear. Dragon Invasion. Some very cool minifigs and animals and stuff on this set. Was pretty freaking awesome. This thing was cool for kids that love diggers. The whatever that Lieber monster thing's called would drive up, pick up the rocks, tip it, move it all around. That was a very cool construction zone.
That is cool. Kids love it.
Chimer. Thanks, Primal. Chimer. Yeah, that thing there. It'd go out forward, roll forward, scoop it. And it was very, very nicely done. That was Mark. Yeah, a lot of these people I apologize in advance for those who are watching. I'm not great with names and who builds and owns what. I'm very slack with that kind of stuff. I forget most people's names in general, so don't hold it against me. Very colorful, cool theme park. Reminds me straight of theme park. Is it Theme Park 2000? Is that what the original game was called? No, Theme Park Tycoon.
It was just called Theme Park, wasn't it?
Was it just Theme Park?
Bullfrog's Theme Park.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're my era of bad games. Family Day at Botanical Gardens, though. That's the real. There's the real clutch by Jenny. By the look of that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Grizz got some name badges and plaques in the photos. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a bloody clue. Those trucks look like they're a bit underwater. The boys, TJ and Kevin, I think it is. Yep. I keep telling these guys, these Thunderbirds need to go on ideas. I've seen them a couple of times. The boys have brought them to a few of our local shows. They're really good builds, especially, if you're a fan of Thunderbirds. That's your thing. So here's the display we we're talking about earlier. So for those that weren't there, this is legit the floor map plan, and it's pretty bloody accurately good too, including the dock ramp. Well. It's done very well. And then the tables. So you got, you got a torso, and then you got to build what your torso and a kind of micro scale build of what your display was. Brilliant idea. Actually, a good freaking idea. I think it wasn't advertised, pushed, promoted good enough. I think they dropped the ball on that side of things.
Yeah, a few blank tables.
Well, not just that. Like, I didn't know this was a thing really until the end of Saturday, and that's only because I walked past it and someone told me about it. So this wasn't, and I know you read the book and the torso's in the box and blah, 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 blah. I think that wasn't quite in known, I guess, at first. Maybe, it could have been a better way to push that one, but still friggin' insane. The torso, Primal, I get it. I know the torso was in there for this, but I have a few things. There's also, no show's 100% perfect, and I've got some feedback. Before we get to the end, I've got some feedback. We'll get there. Harry Potter in the bank.
Green dot bank.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool display. Was it? No, it wasn't you. It was Adam. Adam's like, oh, I know you're not the craziest Harry Potter fan, and I said, man, who's done it in the past? Magnus has done it. The couple that do all the bloody computer works for the Hogwarts, there's been some insane Harry Potter builds that go, 2, 4, 6, 10 table big. This display nailed it. Absolutely freaking nailed it. Like, it had the best mix of everything and everything going on with the stories going on. I really liked that Harry Potter display. It was good. Our newest local legend there, Damo.
Yes.
Damo and his big, lovely vacuum lady. Oh, fun fact. Did you see the BBX post today about the security guard?
No.
I don't want to waste time finding because we've got a lot of photos to smash through. Long story short, the security guard was watching the live feed of the cameras like up in the roof, and apparently he panicked because he's seen someone, little person, walk across the floor. The way the camera was angled, it was that.
Oh.
So must have been like that kind of an angle or whatever it was. They thought that, someone was in and walking around at the middle of the night.
Huh.
All right. We might need to fly through a couple. Yell out stop or chat yell out stop if you want me to go back and talk about a few, because like I said, we do have a lot to get through. Not so much time. Kev, yes, that did suck. There's Johnny. Stay behind till 1 a.m. on Friday so the participants will get a surprise on the Saturday morning. Mate, hats off to you, Johnny. Johnny, obviously insane, there before sunrise, there until the next sunrise.
I was around at 4:45 and I saw Johnny snuck in just before 5:30 in the morning. So if he was there till 1, it would have taken him longer to get home and back than he actually spent asleep. So hats off to Johnny for doing almost a 72-hour weekend, I guess.
And two things I want to bring up. One is I loved his shirt on Friday. If anyone got to see his shirt, he had like a FAQ, most asked questions, all printed down the back of his shirt, which was quite iconic and funny. But secondly, with shows like this, nothing ever goes to plan. So, there would have been 50 stuff ups that we didn't see or hear that obviously Johnny and his missus and the team would have caught. So, and every show gets it, I guess. But, being BBX, being us, being fresh, Johnny, we didn't see any major failures. So, all credit to you, man. But like I said, everything's not perfect, and we'll have a little bit of, I guess, feedback from there, and it is what it is. My main feedback is Saturday night social could have been a bit better, more interactive, more things to do, maybe. But we'll talk about it later. We get through, and the issue was late trucks on a Friday. There you go.
That caused a ricochet effect for them all day setting up.
Yeah,
the late truck really delayed. It was just a concertina effect.
I'm just trying to read. What's this? Oh, Barracuda Bay, the little one. Very cool display for the ship too.
Knights Castle.
It's funny, after building the original official Rome Colosseum, I don't know why anybody would put themselves through that much pain to try building even a mock one. But hats off to you. That one's cool though. It's nice and big. Now, these train tables.
Yes.
Holy shitballs. For me, best train setup ever.
Yeah, they were good.
Ever. We're used to the train station, the hubs and the warehousing and the green fields with the houses and the farms and the mixing the new Hiroshima steampunk into a train display. Holy crap. It was amazing. And what a way to start it, other than down here, you can see really slightly only clams. Love it. The best part about a lot of these new Hashima, and I noticed with this one and with the one in Sydney and around the world, they hide a lot of innuendo in their stuff.
Yeah.
So we will get through it all. But yeah, so this is the Discovery? I think it is. And this photo doesn't do it justice. This thing's huge. The Discovery is a massive ship. And for it to be sitting at this angle, there's nothing supporting it. I don't know if I can open it and zoom in. There is dead set nothing supporting that beast, just hanging off the side of a building. Brilliant way to start the trail of that new Hashima build.
Yeah, it was really
absolutely amazing. Then now, where do you bloody start? We can, and we've done it before. We can pull a whole show and whole episode just talking about the stories, the lighting, the detail. You know,
there's no lights on in this photo.
No, yeah, I can notice here by this one as well. No, and movement's not going to help too much. There will be a few videos that come out. People will have videos for sure, because this was 4 or 5 people deep all weekend.
Yeah, you could spend hours looking at it. It was really good.
What's Helena say? The hover Batman. Yeah, the Batmobile hovering. There was the orange car down this end was hovering. Like you look like you might be going here, like, oh yeah, cool, look at this, and then all of a sudden you look behind that, it's like, oh come on. Then there's that. And then there's some places like, can I just come under the ropes? Can I just come to the other side of the what have you done on the other side? You know what I mean? Like, it's so immersive, this stuff. It needs its own show almost, but yeah, very freaking cool for the team that were all part of these builds. And like Dan said, Dan got excited over the Bundy. There was a Bundy bar.
It was a Bundy bar.
Had a big orange. Maybe it's not in this photo. It might be in the next one. But yeah, again, little bits like that people pick up and love. You know, insane. Like we picked up the one. What was down here? We'll get to it. No, it was here on the wall. The what's it called? The
hologram. The
holographic fan. But done so well because it was on top of the printed bricks that you couldn't really tell until it turned on. I was like, come on, man.
It was really good.
It was so cool. And there's that car sitting on the tracks. That was up on the helicopter thing, hovering all weekend.
The other thing, too, was watching them set up and pack up. It was well orchestrated. You'd think with all those trains and all that movement, it would be a nightmare to set up. It was well orchestrated. Like, yeah, massive credit to all the builders for this.
It was done so bloody well. And again, like I said, you know, look, there's Lawn Hub. I think Helena said something before about what was the Lawn Hub one? Trim your bush, ride on is better.
I like the popcorn hub.
Yes, where was the popcorn one? That was down
somewhere there. Yeah.
Again, like these things have that many stories and connections to them. Yeah, you blink and you miss. And then the insane size of this grey tower at the end.
Yes.
It was freaking cool. Freaking cool. Now this build, oh my God, man. This build, I know you're not a Formula One fan, but you got to appreciate how they've done it.
The technique in this road was amazing.
Like, for those that can't see, it's sideways laid plates, literally flexed to the point of popping.
Yeah, they were like the road. You can sort of tell in that photo how much higher the left-hand side is than the right.
So let's go to the next one.
Not only is it curved, but it's bent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that takes you straight to Monaco.
Yeah, there's no denying what hairpin, what corner, what track, especially if you're an F1 fan. Even a funnier nod, you know, 2 decent cars are on the track and winning. The lesser known Williams race car, which is known for crashing. Where, you know, Helena, don't tell me you missed out. Helena, this build was so freaking insane. I got some really good photos and videos. When I share it, you'll see. There was like camera guys, safety marshals, the arm car and the fencing was like accurate as. It was so bloody good. And yeah, just walking around it, you could pick straight out of, Hairpin at Monaco. It was so good. It was really, really good. And then he built, was this called the X1? I think the fighter's called something like that. Oh wait, SR71. There you go. Dean from memory, I think his name was. Very cool builder. Scotty's F-35, 25s, whatever your army plane, insane army plane is. I love about Scotty's build now that he's finally doing actual base plates.
Yep.
So mad shout out to you, Scotty. And
it
again,
looks like a hanger rather than just plain base
plates. Yeah. And Scott, obviously a part of the BBX team, bringing it all together. Glenn Hellaney's, both missed the Blackbird and the Formula One. Lucky there's a thing called photos. Then sliding around to Ronnie's table, his trucks and diggers and cranes and excavators and etc. and all that kind of big stuff, with some insane lighting. So very cool displays there. If that is your flavor. Oh, I feel we're creeping up slowly to the one and only grayscale. I didn't see that truck. I like that truck. Here it is. The man. Now, this was quite clever and quite cool. I will release a video. Me and Primal made a video on this, and we had a bit of a thing. I love that it's set as, and I won't give too much away because I want it for my video, that it's literally about, aside from the insane grayscale and you get lost in, wait, is this a filter? Like it's playing with my head. But the down in the bottom corner there of the palace, it's movie stars. Yeah, so it's movie stars in black and white in front of the palace, and then you realize you're actually in an MGM theater box with the MGM, technically the line at the top. So yeah,
the symbol line at the top is really cool.
Yeah, to act as the MGM line. Again, I've got a video coming up for that one, so we will not talk too much detail about that one. Obviously, some Star Wars ships and a cool city setup. Very busy, a lot going on. One of those displays where you can sit there for 20 minutes and still keep finding really cool stories.
Oh, this one was Josh's, I think. Yeah, this was Josh's. So Josh used to display 5 or 6 years ago at all the local shows in the southeast corner, and then he had a few years off while he was doing his uni and that sort of stuff, and this was his first time back after 5 or 6 years. And the detail in there, and you can't see it in the photos, but he had a can you find a minifig or whatever, and there was 5 or 6 things to find. So kids just spent ages there looking at all the little stories trying to find the 5 figs in the photo. It was really well done.
There you go. Critter. I like how you used Kale's jacket. That's actually funny.
That is.
Yeah. I'm not sure where them swords are from, but swords and guns are always cool for displays. I'm guessing Star Wars.
Yeah. The one at the back is a dual saber, which is Darth Maul's, that photo you just flicked to.
Yep.
It's his.
Yep.
And I'm not sure on the blade. I think that's like, I could be wrong here, like Clone Wars or something. I never got into.
Okay. So both Star Wars references, obviously. Dark saber at the front from The Mandalorian. There you go.
Oh, the front from the man. Okay.
I can't see the name on that park, but another amusement park. Amusement parks were quite popular. Oh, wrong button.
Roller coasters at Lego shows, so just asking for trouble.
Yes. This is Kim's garden, Kim's display, and it was in ode and honor to her mum, I think, from memory. We had a quick chat, and she wrote a real nice letter about it. So if you've ever bought, I think Kim's been one of the longest around. She's been a trooper. She sells a lot of the earrings and bracelets and Lego jewelries in the retail section, little Kim. So Shout out to Kim, and I think this was her, is it, her daughter's maybe, or her. It's a mixed one. The Stitchzilla. So if you've watched the latest Lilo and Stitch, that is where that one comes from. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a TV show. Is that the gay TV show?
Wow.
Five queer guy. What's that one? Yeah, that old one.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy or something?
That's the one. Queer Eye.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, Grizz. Again, Grizz is in the chat now. Thanks, Grizz. These are Grizz's photos. One of, I reckon you could almost call this woman the Australian Lego grandma,
Yeah.
Miss Diane. She's well loved, well known, absolute bloody legend of a human being. Diane and her daughter Lauren always bring it to these shows with the stuff they like. They've had Notre Dame, they've had the Rome thing. This is obviously the next big nod to their insane size builds.
Yeah. Lauren is an epic builder. She, we've been displaying next to them for over a decade, and Lauren's an epic builder, and it was really good to see Diane's Lotuses as well. That was a really good build.
So yeah, big shout out to Diane and Lauren. Kev, you're a funny man. But yeah, and they never half anything. They're always over and above. And they go insane. Some friends at Village stuff. Jason's trucks. If you're into trucks and the old model team stuff, a lot of stuff going on there. This guy, I love this stuff he brings every year. He builds to g'day Scotty. This guy builds to make the kids play and interact and touch and grab. Like this thing, you could pick up these little plants, put them on the conveyor belt, and it would sort them. These ones, you slap the tire really, really, really fast, and that flew and the dancer danced. Then obviously the duck following the black line. So his interactive stuff is really cool. This one was fun. I don't know if you saw this, Bill. It was like a Simon Says memory game. So at the back here, at the top, a color would pop and it'd go pop, pop, pop. So you then had to press the colors down, orange, yellow, red. And then it'd go again, yellow, yellow, red, orange. And you'd have to chase it. Yeah.
Very cool.
It was cool. Now,
Rays.
This is really cool. And I'm glad he's finally done it. But Ray, little ramen cups, little AKA Retail Ray, you all know I'm talking about, the shortest Asian in the country. He's done some insane stuff over the years, especially his pattern stuff and his unique designs. This is the first time I've seen his chess stuff like this, and holy shit, these chessboards are another level.
Yeah.
Another level. And when you start realizing some of the figs that he's used, the part piece alone in some of these will be upwards of $2,500–3,000. I sat there and had a look, and I'm like, you've got some of these, there's $50 per fig plus, the 1,000. It's like, man, damn you owning a retail shop. And but yes, the way these are built, designed, set, Ray did a fantastic job. Another cool big medieval standoff. I'm sure it's got a cool name for it.
The landscaping in this was really
the landscaping is spot on.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like even though technically all these bricks should be the same color, but because of the yellowed, it even gives a better effect as a weathered castle.
It really does.
Yeah, it's done very cool, that one. I like the size of that. Yep, another grey ship crashing. Cool story, bro. No offense to Star Wars builders, but hey, we all love Star Wars.
That'd be Endor.
Whatever. Forrest Gump's chair, hat, chocolates, and suitcase and the shoes.
Yes.
Weird, but still bloody cool.
Very cool. Winter Village.
Yeah, with some unique looking penguins. Julie and Greg. No, Julie and shit. What's his name from Sydney?
Yeah.
Helene is going to be the first one to jump in, but this is their artwork and it's massive.
It's
Absolutely
really
massive. Sidlog Project Mosaic. There you go. Very, very monstrous. Henry's favorite Japanese cartoon, My Neighbor Totoro. What was this one? This was Pink Floyd. Shit, what's the album called? If you're a music fan, you know what that album called. This one's Dark Side of the Moon. This one, I don't know, but, you know, you look on this screen now where you're watching us, it almost just looks like a real, but animals. Thank you, Glenn. This, you know, if you look at it here on camera and on stream, it looks just like a pixelated, bad colored
cold
photo. But when you realize the scale and size of this built out of dots, it's impressive.
Yeah.
So shout out to whoever built that. Obviously a Pink Floyd fan. Good work. Good work for that. All right. Nerds with balls. Corin. There you go. Corin's a good lad. Obviously GBCs are a favorite, a trinket, a unique thing every year. I need to stop sharing because that's the end of that folder. But GBCs, and shout out to Al too. He said something about we're talking before, and he's like, we started talking about cameras. Like, yeah, man, you're talking my language, and he's like, oh, I gotta go back to my balls. They're gonna fall everywhere, mate. GBCs are like roller coasters at shows.
They are
pretty good to have, but the maintenance that you got to keep an eye on. No,
oh yeah, never ending. I'm not a fan of GBCs. I hate everything about them, but this one this year, I actually enjoyed following the ball around the circuit. So it was cool. It was different. It was different.
You know what? That can't be all the photos.
Didn't he send you like millions?
360 photos he sent.
Yeah, hogged up your data.
Why don't they come through? Hold on, what's this album got? So there's the GBC, and it cuts out the GBC. Grizz, your photos cut out of the GBC, brother.
He's not.
Yeah, they actually do.
Oops.
That's okay. Let's quickly go to the Briz Bricks Facebook page. That'll save us.
Yeah,
that's right.
Quite a few exhibitors have put some good photos on.
I like Rowan's shirt, Run GBC. Oh, is that in the style of Run DMC?
That's funny.
That is funny. Helena, I'll open Helena's photos just while I'm loading the other album. The Lawn Hub ones.
Lawn Hub.
Right on. He's more fun. Trim your bush. Check my PMs. I'm in my PMs, Grizz. They're not loading up, brother. I've got 3 little bunches of photos. It says Adam sent 100, Adam sent 100, Adam sent 100, but I can't see anything past the GBC, man.
Oh darn!
It says you sent 100. I literally opened the folder, and it's only got 20. So maybe they didn't all come through. Damo's got some good ones. Yeah, I mean we're on a good flow then, though.
Damo does. So does Nick.
Yeah, I'm literally went looking for Nick's photos. Now Adam's dumping me photos. I said, don't dump me. It's all right. It's all right, man. It's all right. I understand. All right, let's go. Where's Nick's photos? Yeah, Adam's re-dumping me. Good on you. All right. Briz Bricks. Where's Nick's link? It took me back to the Briz Bricks page.
Don't even get me started on the Raiders game. Oh my god. Grizz has let the team down again.
What's that?
Dan said Grizz has let the team down again. Yeah, he's more American than he realizes.
Oh, like I'm telling you, like, look, ads. I'm literally going through your photos, scrolling. I'll hide that in case someone, you decide to send a not so safe pic, and it stops at the GBC, brother. Canberra should have won. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't follow Canberra, but I agree with that one.
Yeah, they won the game twice and got robbed twice.
Let me just go to Bridge Briggs page or demos. We got a demo.
Headbutts are allowed now.
All right, demo added 30 photos, 20 photos, 80 photos. There you go. Album. All right. Obviously, some of these we may have double ups, but it is what it is. Let's fly through them. Everything we've seen will fly through. This collection of cars, holy shit. That collections of cars were insane.
It was really good.
Obviously, there was some sets, but even this exploded view of the yacht. How good was that?
The yacht was really good as well. I don't know about the coloured scheme, but the yacht in itself, like the detail inside, really good.
Yeah. That whole car collection, very impressive. And then that was the same guy that had the dancing dance floor too, the moving dance floor.
Yep.
Oh, going back to those micro builds, there's Trudy, Damo in there. They're micro build in the middle. Like I said, these are in Damo's order, so probably we'll go through a lot of replica stuff.
Garfield.
So there's Brent's Garfield as well, which is currently sitting in Ideas, which in person is so smooth and cleanly done.
Yes.
There's the T-Rex and the Wild West. Let's see if Damo took the same route as Adam. I think so. I mean, we're going roughly in the same order. Here's some more of the new Hashima, just different angles. Some Banksy artwork.
Damo. He takes a good photo.
He does. Some cool Banksy artwork and some unique eye. What's the right word for that? Eye fuckery.
These were cool.
Yeah, they mess with your head though.
Yeah.
You look at them for too long, it starts messing with your head.
Oh yeah.
And this was a cool. I don't know who this person, like the actual image of it was, but the image was cool. Very nice.
You know who it looks like? You're gonna call me a dickhead. Rosie Perez from White Men Can't Jump. That's what I see. No?
Kinda, yeah. So I get it, like without stereotyping, a Latino.
Yeah.
I get it.
Billy,
I get it. Fans of Stardew Valley will know exactly where that is on the map and in the game. So very cool table display and setup. This was now I'm not sure. I'm probably got to talk to the big man Rodman. I'm thinking. I wonder if these are his engines, or this guy built these engines, because they look like Dave. They look like Dave's, and the engine ramps. You know what I mean? What's he call himself? Manly Miniatures.
Manly Miniatures.
Manly Miniatures. So Dave and G fame. Dave in Western Australia. His side business is making engines from different cars, and I'm pretty sure that's where their engines were from. There you go. Some big rig trucks. More big, long, insane sized trucks. Which need a feather dusting. But some cool detail in some of them trucks as well. This one's just there to mess with your eyes.
Young Christian.
Yep. Unique, cool imagination from young kids. I swear to God, some of the stuff they come up with is so cool. Clean and crisp train display from Joe. Freaking awesome.
This was cool, having the 3 different trains going all weekend. the minimalist landscape to make the trains the focus. You don't
work.
realize the detail in the bridge until you realize the bridge is actually self-supporting.
Yeah.
It was,
And like Primal just said, the power lines.
power lines were epic. It was really well done.
And the other thing that people don't realize is the size of the trains.
Yep.
Like they're long bloody trains.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I closed my window wrong side. He's the man, the prize winner.
Yeah, young Troy.
Right.
How good was this?
Mate.
Can you believe the mountains are planned to be 3 times higher than this?
Got rocks in his head.
Yep.
So what happens when you kick light bulbs for a living? Brent's seeing most of this for the first time now. Geez, there you go, man. Always happens. We've mentioned that earlier.
It's a shame this photo is not of it lit up. Or maybe it is, but you just can't tell under the lights. Because he obviously won for lighting, and it was really good. It was really good.
And the backdrops, cool little touch.
Yeah.
So Troy, Craig, and Yvette and Tammy all had their displays and set up there. Obviously, Yvette's was the side insane, huge amusement park that won a Bricked award last year.
Yes.
We'll go through more photos, and then Craig's vehicle and his setup. Can you say that town name?
Bricksoski.
There's no L.
I didn't say L.
Sound like you said Slosky.
No. Zoski.
Say it all again.
Brickzoski.
Okay. I know I should say that when you're drunk one night.
I don't get drunk.
True. Just say that 4 or 5 times and you will.
That last theme park was at Harvey Bay as well. It was really cool and had a lot of movement, as you can imagine, but obviously it had a lot of music and theming as well. So it was really, really entertaining.
It's big.
Yeah, big.
This was Race Wars. I remember going through and having a look at that one. Cool if you like your cars and your little racetrack and everything set up. And then in between another themed Lego park. What is that? Where's that from?
Oh. Yeah.
It must mean something. If Damo's taken a photo of it like that, it obviously means something. Owl House from a TV show. Okay. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, I agree with Dan. I think we'll see a lot more backdrops next year.
Brent, that's half the reason why you go chatting. Yeah, and we said it before, Brent, too. That's why we like this stuff. You know, sometimes you don't need to go and insanely build. Just get in there as an entrant, get in there as an exhibitor, and use the weekend to catch up with your fellow nerds.
Yeah.
Palm Springs,
yes.
I liked. It's unique and different, but they had a mirror under these lights. A mirror. It was cool. Different touch.
This was amazing. This was really good by Matt. Just the color in the graphics on the side of the building there was just so good.
Underrated. The design.
And they're all cheese slopes wedged in there. And he said the tension on them, like driving to the show, the tension of them is like a brick explosion waiting to happen.
There's a better photo of it.
But yeah, well done, Matt. That was awesome.
These were cool as, and you can see by the bottom photo there, they're also on Lego Ideas. Oh, sorry, Kev. What is it? Ratchet, Clank. I don't know the names, but character-wise, awesome.
Yeah.
Very freaking cool. Another cool angle. I'm guessing that guy's name's Glitch. Just to shoot this. I don't even know what this guy is. That's kind of cool. Just neatly done. Like very unique, detailed builds. I'm not too sure what that is. A garage sings to my heart.
Yeah,
This was freaking awesome.
this was cool.
Oh, Critter, get out of it. Critter. Get out of it, mate. Another train horse set up. Some Ghostbusters love.
Yes.
What would Kev say? I asked a question about a backdrop for I was told not to, as it would distract from the build.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Those are fans of the TV show. To nod to Ted Lasso, obviously. That's some other Star Wars reference. Next. Toothless.
Toothless.
Can you explain what this fish collab was?
It was literally just a let's try and get as many fish on the table as we can. A shout out went out to exhibitors before about a month or two before BBX to say, hey, here's this $6 poly bag. Anyone that wants to buy one and chuck a fish in, and then you could customize the fish however you wanted, but try and just stick to the original build and substitute some parts. So
would I be right in saying that lime green must have been Damo's one?
Probably.
Well, that one's a bit cute.
See that photo there, the one right on the left at the front? That was my Nemo.
This one?
Yeah, well, that's his ass anyway, yeah.
Scotty built a camo fish. Oh, yeah, I can see it down here in the gap, yeah. Oh, where was that hiding? In Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park had a DeLorean and it also had a TARDIS. Dino pool.
That's funny. Hidden little Star Wars. This Jurassic display was massive and cool. And you know what? I don't think there was a photo of it. Again, Adam's photos might have had it. They had some power and movement. You wave, if you're a kid at the front of the tail, you waved your hand in front of a sensor and a crane came down with a cow and fed the dinosaurs the cow.
Yes.
But the genius thing about the build was next to the cow, they had a power plant station and it framed all the power up and the power motors openly. I'm like, genius. Like they hid it all in plain sight so they didn't have to build up or, put it under different mounds and stuff. Lego Weens, pumpkins, always evolving, always insane, more and more detail every year.
So just on the Jurassic Park one quickly, I'm actually going to join the collab of Jurassic Park next year for BBX. And I'm going to do a Western table with dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. And Matt and Nat from Legoween are also going to join, and they're going to do a Halloween section of Jurassic Park.
You know what? I've never built dinosaurs, but maybe I might put my hand up for that too.
Yeah, you should. You should. So
dinosaurs are always cool.
Oh yeah. Yep. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fuse the two together yet, but I've been
Western dinosaurs. Just glue cowboy hats to them all.
Well, I was going to substitute horses with dinosaurs, and look, I'm already working on it. So
yes, so Lego Weens, pumpkins, and setup and mini stories are always cool. Very friggin' awesome. Big shout to them. Now,
yes, Claire, you should do it as well.
Brent did the Castle Dino Riders last year. Anything could work. That's it.
Yeah,
you put dinosaurs in anything, mate. I'll make a dinosaur nightclub.
Yeah.
Venice from James. Again, another one of those builds where you got to sit there for 10, 15 minutes and go through the detail. Insanely cool. And the other cool nod, and I picked it up pretty early, was that the the one piece hats work so well as a boat. The boat rider guy.
Nice.
That's a better angle. Very, very cool, detailed build. The fact that the water was on top of green was a nice touch. Yeah, it was done. It was done very, very nicely. I mean, Venice is sinking, so they should have put some buildings underwater. But just saying. Obviously, Damo must have liked it. The angles and detail he's getting of these photos. And hey, look at that! Look what's front and center, right in the middle. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's actually, and you know what? This is what I was talking about before when it comes to them show bricks. You know, people have walls like you got your massive castle wall. Damo's got his big spinny looking thing. You know, you're now getting into habitats just to house your show bricks.
Yep.
And I'm all for it. Oh, we don't need to talk about that one. Just curve past that. This is obviously the one and only our fave, Miss Claire's big, beautiful ballroom. And Claire, it's funny because Claire's builds over the last couple of years is that rabbit hole. You start with a base plate, then you go 4 base plates. Now she's got 4 tables.
Drop down tables as well. They're not.
Yeah, she's not mucking around anymore. You know, watch out, Sydney or next year's Brickvention or BBX. Claire's going to have, 97 tables and smoke and motors and movement and lights. Yeah. And I'm all for it. But yes, there is the amazing Claire's big ballroom, which is sick. And then I don't know whose this guy's table was, but this guy was in between Claire and Ben.
That's right.
Part of this cool like mix up of a different type of a city setup display. Very Ninjago, very Chinese, very just different.
Yeah, it was cool.
And then Ben's modular flex. There's no other way to look at this except for a modular flex.
Jordan, sorry.
Okay. Cool. And yes, get your modulars out. Built up like that, modulars work, Yeah. And this is, people ask, I don't want to go to Lego show, what I'm going to bring. Mate, bring sets and then design shit around them. Yeah. It works, yeah.
Use the set to tell a story.
Here's our Wild West. Now, I wish I had a photo. I might have it on my phone. People don't realize what we done with the Wild West. So last Wednesday, you guys see me start to build, I don't know, one of the the coffin with the cobwebs. Then that's all I built for that Wednesday. Then the Wednesday before, I built the colorful, weird, rusty roof. Bill's had 1 or 2 buildings as well in his background, and he had the mountain. Literally everything else, me and Jody and Bill, we'd done this Friday at the show. And it's more of a, Wild West and I guess, to some extent, Jurassic stuff and bits and pieces, and those dipping their toe into shows. You don't need to really go insane for months and months and months before. You get a rough story, you mush it together, some minifigs and animals. You've got yourself a half decent, display, a passable display. And holy shit balls, we got love hearts.
That's right. Quite a few as well. You can't quite see them in that frame, but down in the bottom middle, you can see the first 3 or 4, and there must have been about 10 or 12. So thanks to everyone that
we appreciate it.
Really appreciate it.
But more than likely, I think we won't do Wild West anymore for a long time anyway.
Yeah, we're going to have a break. I mean, we'll definitely do it again because we've got that much Wild West shit. But yeah, we will rest it for a minute.
Where we go next will be a lot. If I go that way next, not even with your help, it's going to be so different. It's not funny. So we'll see how that rolls. And for reference, the trains were running. So my train kept popping wheels off because it was too torquey. And Bill's Bricklink train, the engine didn't like straight tracks and it kept jumping off. Don't know why. It happens.
We had bowed trestle tables and we just couldn't get the tracks to play with the trains. So
it just happens.
We had them running on and off throughout the weekend.
And we cannot forget, and of course, in this little pocket, Helena, thank you, Helena, again, for your
contribution
to our display. It helped. Like, as you can see, we would have been a 10 plate short there, and obviously the QR code was another 10 plate short. Primal, no, I didn't see any green hearts.
No, I didn't spot one either.
Interesting. And then, you know, got to give the man credit without giving him a big head. The Springfield, we all know it was sick. Every block had a story. Everything was pretty bloody cool. A few things now, I wonder if anybody noticed, other than when you were there. Oh, just dropped my mic. Did anybody notice what was going on under the monorail? Did anybody notice? Let me see if I can. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can do this. Let me go here, then here. Let's see if that one shares. Sweet. So under here, did anybody see what was going on?
Oh, wow. How bad's my sky?
Oh, the splitting.
Yeah.
A prize of some sort? Nah. So maybe we should just not say anything, Bill, and wait till the next show and see who picks it up.
It will be in Canberra, but yeah, there is a hedge there. So
there's a hidden hedge there that does a little something, which is freaking cool.
If you know, you know.
I do have a video. It will be in my video, but we'll leave it for our chat for now. We'll leave that to you. What's just before we move on? You know, because you got to give some self promotion. What's your favorite building or story in the whole build?
Do you know the first thing I built? This is obviously my second Springfield because it doubled in size from last year. The very first thing I built was the Homer, which is the car Homer design that sent his brother Herb Powell bankrupt. So that's it there in behind the Flanders house and Cletus shack there in front of the Springfield Elementary. That was the first car I built, and from building the Homer, the Springfield came from that.
So that's kind of your nod to
I really enjoyed that, and I really felt that I did it right. Like, it doesn't shatter on impact. It's tough. It's also lit up with glow bricks lighting with the induction connection, so that I can pick it up off the road and it gets its power transferred through. So that's really cool.
And like you said, this is another one of those, you know, displays where every light works, every traffic light works. Most cars have lights. Most buildings all have lights. There's, you know, the smoke in the tire pit with lights. It just sucks that a photo doesn't pick it up.
All the buildings are lit up. All the buildings are internally detailed as well, except for the Simpsons house and the Flanders house. They are hollow. Don't tell anyone. But all the other buildings are lit up, and they have full interiors as well. And I noticed that even Bluey and Bingo came in for a visit for the weekend as well. They're just leaving the Quickie Mart there.
How funny's Dan?
Yes.
Check the lights. They're all on.
The street lights were on. The traffic lights worked in sync as well. So thanks, Dan, for checking my lights.
And, you know, fresh meat, I guess you could call this table.
Yes.
Kev A. He dipped his toes slightly into some Batman, you know, the last few shows, but then now he's table big. And I'm telling you, Kev, mate, from now on, you only got to go bigger, deeper.
That's right. He's popped his display cherry, and he's got the hunger for display now. He did really well. It was a popular display.
And also probably the first full-built public Arkham, because it only came out last week, didn't it?
Correct. He finished building it at the show.
So if you got to see this, it was very, very cool. Good on you, Kev. I never had too much of this. I was never into this, but this was popular.
Bionicle? The
Bionicles were popular.
Yeah, Bionicle was during my dark years. I missed the whole Bionicle era.
And then obviously Brickmania. This is all your Brickmania gears. I don't know if he was selling or he's just had them all on display, but for those that know Brickmania, they do a lot of the war heavy side of things.
Do you know, I never even looked at this. Never even...
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling the dude that was running it might have something to do with Brickmania because he was wearing like full official shirt and
all weekend
stuff. So yeah. Now, Nick, Marianne, and Marty did this whole, Sunshine Lollipops and Dark vs. Evil. I don't know what it was called. But again, it's one of those, and Nick's stuff every bloody year. Every base plate has, Critter says, probably like 150K on that table. On this one, how's that?
Wow.
Or the Bionicle.
Oh, Bionicle. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, Nick, Marianne, and Marty. It's, again, you can't give it enough time and credit for the way every time they build something, it's bloody mind blowing. So big shout out to the three of them.
They won
for
for storytelling.
Yeah, I tried to go over there and mess with it a few times because over the years they've messed with me. Oh, the Brickmania stuff was the big dollar stuff. But they were just too busy, too many people around, so I couldn't really, get excited with them. There's a lot of shields in that mess. Power Miners. Was this a theme?
Power Miners?
Yeah.
Sure was.
There you go. There's a long lost theme nod then. There's Bill's old favorite theme.
Fabuland.
Scala.
Oh, Scala.
Scala. Actually, Scala had, I think Scala were the ones that had part of the money clips. I think it was Scala.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Duplo and Fabuland, monster display of the Fabuland from, like I said, the Duplo down to the normal bricks. I would probably be in right saying that it was every Fabuland set, I reckon. It was a good bloody collection. Our buddy Jason, Brickhead Jason from Longreach, he's a Fabuland nerd. I don't know the woman, I can't remember her name that put this out there, but there was a lot going on. Some more Star Warsness. Back to those. Okay, so we're back to where we've been. Oh, look, there you go. Look at that angle.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No filter needed. Except for the red love heart. There you go. Look at that. Very good, Primal. And then, of course, the Formula One track. Again, the one that Helena missed. There you go. There's a different angle with the Williams crashing and smoking on fire. And you can literally see the massive drop down around the hairpin going down to the tunnel. There you go. Reporters, cameras. Like I said, it was detailed. Just, you're an F1 fan. It was very, very cool. Who turned the person?
Yeah. He had them all angled. You couldn't see the black faces.
Claire, you're funny. All right.
Oh, Claire.
I think we've gone through enough. I can see Grizz has sent me another link of photos, but I know I've missed a few, clearly because the that Adam's album stuffed up. Oh, so I'm going to read this out from Johnny. I was asked a few times over the weekend about the Bridge Brick dollars, so I'll let you know here. When I started working on these in April, the intent was to always make full sets available after BBX for those who want keepsakes. Still waiting on da-da-da-da. And it was funny when I was going through these. Now, these are obviously nods on different people in the Lego community. So clearly, first and foremost, Russell, Francis, and Colin. And then our boy Cade. So, it was a cool little tokens and notes that we all had as part of our packs when we got the money and stuff in the thing. Grizz? No, Grizz, I can't because it's not coming up.
We're also way over time as well, so.
We are way over time. Grizz, your photos are dead set not coming up. I got one video. You got $11. No, we got 50, Critter. That was just the different ads. I'm literally sitting in there and it's spinning like this. I think they're loading in and locked. But you missed. I did already show your stuff and Dan's stuff first up. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. It worked. It come through. Hey, there we go. The video. Here's the video. So Grizz obviously is fascinated with Iron Man. and all of his panels are all lit up. But yes, Iron Man display on steroids. So shout out to Grizz. And again, not just Grizz for the show and Grizz hanging out. Shout out to Grizz that he takes control and does what he does here for us here on the stream and in our chat. So
yes.
Grizz, you're a bloody legend, my friend. Johnny, Helena, I got a full 7K. Check your okay, yeah. It was a cool setup. It was really cool. And there's the still photos of it, and then back to, I think we're back to it. Yeah. See, then it's just re-looping back what we've already sent. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, man, but it didn't obviously like the photos. It just kept sending the same 100, I think, Grizz. I don't know. It's all good. Hey, if you're there, you're there. We tried to coverage the best. And like I said, overall the show was freaking fantastic. Johnny and the crew and the BBX crew and the event crew. Again, mate, Mark this year is another one bloody well done. Mark this year is obviously successful in the public attending because god damn it was busy and it was generally very well taken from everyone. The only constructive criticism, like I said, is more of me being selfish, more social night stuff. The social night was kind of, dinner was cool and the food was great. Don't get me wrong. Food was really good. But, there was no dirty brickster. There was no mingling.
I think in comparison to Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, they do social nights well. I think BBX has had good social nights in the past, and I think, we can just... And I know there's the old thing of, everyone's tired. They had a massive setup day, then they had a 10-hour day on their feet. But, it was like a couple of the long-time displayers said earlier in the chat, you go for the event and socializing. That's what the weekend's about. So, but BBX was massive. The numbers that came through the door, hats off. It was really, really
as a Lego convention, a Lego show, a Lego fan expo, as you want to call it, 100% successful. It was freaking brilliant.
Bilsy, are you emceeing Canberra this year?
What's that?
Are you emceeing Canberra Social Night this year?
Do you want it to be successful? Yeah, Johnny, it's understandable, man. And like I said, it's a 2% of the whole weekend thing. But yeah, it was busy. It was good. Even like I said, our feedback from us and the Simpsons with the Wild West to guys that had one base plate and some figs. It doesn't matter what size you brought and what you brought in. Nobody was walking out of that show feeling disappointed. No doubt. No doubt about it.
It was very inclusive.
Yeah. There was no, I wish this was more. I wish that was better. I wish this was different. There wasn't that was, yeah. And, that's a nod to the BBX crew and a nod to everybody that came in as exhibitors.
Yeah. No, everything was perfect as long as you had a good.
And you know what? Just I guess more of a selfish note again. I love that we can be a part of it. I love that I'm a part of this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah. Johnny's victory conditions were, did people have a good time? You couldn't sell enough tickets to do it again next year. 100%, man. You nailed that, Mark. 100%. It was overall, as exhibitors, definitely had a good time. People coming in as punters, guaranteed they had a good time. Yep. And like I heard someone mention before, you sell enough tickets, let's come back next year, man. So yeah, 100%. Victory met, my friend. Congratulations, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, you and the crew, well done, my friend. We have gone over by a bit, but worth it. It is our big show. We have to.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry that the photos didn't work exactly how I wanted it. I clearly missed. A few people did get missed in that round walk around. Stick to the Briz Bricks page. People are dropping albums hourly almost on different photos. I will have a few videos as well. Go back on my Instagram. I did do a live stream walk around, but it was more, holy shit, there's too many people here to get close to the table. So it is what it is.
It was crazy busy, crazy.
But hey, smash your table apart, wipe it off, start again. BBX 2026.
Exactly. And if you didn't make it to BBX 2025, definitely look out for the save the date for next year, because it's, you know, if it's anything like this year, it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
you know what? Australia in general, we're catching up as big time shows.
Yeah.
You know, where we're catching up for sure. So, yep. And again, the next one's coming up for shows. Obviously, Canberra in October will be your next one. And then the big monster. And Wollongong's coming up as a smaller one as well.
in Wollongong, yeah.
Yeah. And then, Johnny's thinking a BBX bump out bucket so pack up is easier. Oh, 100%. Yep, definitely. You know, just tablecloth, fold the corners. Everyone keep your tablecloth. Just get out. All right. Talk to you Wednesday. If you're not here Wednesday, we'll see you next Monday with Henry, and he's going to fill us all in about his trip to Billund. So, again, thanks, crew. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone that came to BBX.